can't believe I'm filming this video. I literally feel so awkward in front of the camera because it has been so long. I keep looking at my monitor rather than the actual camera, so apologies. But you'll know from the title of this video that I am pregnant again. Very unexpectedly. I don't know, I either laugh or I cry. So let's just get into it. For those of you that know a little bit about me, you will know that I have two beautiful babies. Heidi is now, well, by the time you see this, I will be over 12 weeks. So Heidi will be 4 and Blake will be 18 months. Currently he's 17 months and she's nearing 4. But I'm really hoping that you guys get to see this video, and I'll go into a little bit of reasons as to why I'm feeling a little bit anxious, but we're gonna get into that. So currently, as I sit today, I think I'm about 5.5 weeks pregnant. I think we don't know dates because I still haven't had a period since I fell pregnant with Blake. So I fell pregnant with Blake. I was pregnant for the 9-10 months, whatever it was. Gave birth to him, breastfeeding. I'm still breastfeeding him, and I haven't had a period. So based on physical symptoms and my levels from a blood test, I think I'm about 5.5 weeks pregnant, and I just knew I was pregnant. So I'm gonna go back. So currently it is, what is even the date? I don't even know what the date is. So it's the 20th of January. Can you guys see that? The 20th of January 2020. And I obviously won't be uploading this until I'm over 12 weeks. So that's quite a while away. I think it's about 7 weeks away. But I have a scan in a couple of weeks, so we're gonna find out. But before I get into my symptoms, and I'm gonna go from literally when I think I ovulated to when I found out I was pregnant, similar to what I did when I found out I was pregnant with Blake, which I'll link that video up here. I think that's got nearly 1 million views. It's one of my most popular videos, and it's one I actually just rewatched, and it brought back all the feels of trying to conceive, because I tried for Blake day in and day out for 6 months, and I know that sounds like nothing, but to me it felt like an eternity. And I know that there'll be people watching this that are desperate to have a baby, and my heart goes out to you, because I know what that feels like. Obviously my journey wasn't a really long one, but anyway. So I'm going to get into it, but just know that my heart goes out to you, and everything that I'm saying in this video is just my experience and my feelings on my situation. It's not a reflection on you or your situation or how I would view your situation. It's just me simply sharing my story. But when I was trying for Blake, I had the same thing happen. So I had Heidi, I was breastfeeding exclusively, and then around 17 months postpartum, I fell pregnant, and I lost that baby. And I think that's why I'm feeling really, really, really anxious with this pregnancy, because it feels like it's the same. But with that pregnancy that I did lose, I never felt pregnant. I had no pregnancy symptoms. My blood test, when I had a blood test, was really low, and it didn't continue to progress as it should. So there were signs early on that pregnancy may not have been viable, whereas with this one my levels are really strong. I feel really pregnant. So I'm just, yeah, keeping my fingers crossed, but the anxiety has been really, really real, and I feel like it's something people don't talk about enough, is the anxiety in pregnancy, not just after loss, but just in pregnancy in general, because you just never know. So yeah, I'm just trying to remain positive. Sorry guys, my dishwasher is on, and it's I'm filming in the kitchen. Blake's asleep, Heidi's at daycare, and the dishwasher's on, so you're probably going to hear noises. The washing machine's also on, so this may be a massive fail, but we're going to try our best. So let's go back to the start of December. I knew my body was gearing up to do something. I was incredibly bloated. So on December 1st, I have noted bloated, achy stomach. I actually posted a picture on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll leave my handle here. It's at Zoe Young Mama. I update a lot over on there. I'm very active, so come and say hi. But I knew something was about to happen because my tummy was so bloated. I felt my dishwasher. Hang on a sec. I don't know if that's going to be any better, but we'll see. I felt insanely uncomfortable, and I was like, oh, my body's getting ready to get my period back. That's what I had thought. I took a pregnancy test. It was negative. I was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to be getting my period. Fast forward 2 weeks. Again, I had it really big, sore, bloated, hard stomach. And I was like, oh, like maybe I am pregnant. This is really weird. My boobs were a bit sore. Took a pregnancy test. It was negative. I was like, okay, it just must be my body trying to get its cycle back. Something will happen, and if it doesn't, I'll book in to see my doctor. Then on the, what date was it? 26th, 27th, and 28th, I had noted in my tracker app, which I've only recently started using, it said, I had said really heavy discharge with cramping on my left side. And when I say discharge, TMI, if you're not a woman, or if you're not someone trying to conceive, or if you've not had a baby, or if you're just not overly into hearing about bodily fluids, click out now, because we're going to get into it. But the discharge was real, like so real. It was like Niagara fucking Falls. Like, it was insane. I've never had anything like it. I'd have to change my undies. I was swimming a lot. We're at the beach, and I was like, I've got, like, something is going on. Like, I must have an infection. So I booked in with my doctor. My GP was away, and she's like the GP I trust with my life. So I booked in with an appointment with her on the 12th of January when she got back. And I said to myself, once we got back from our holiday, if it was all still going on, I would just go and see any doctor. But and I should say the discharge was just normal egg white discharge. It wasn't smelly, there was no itching, there was no any, like, it sounds so hectic, but there was nothing out of the ordinary. It just looked like fertile ovulation kind of discharge. And I'd never had anything like it. I've never had anything like that in the past. So I was kind of like, I don't know what's going on. That's why I thought maybe I had something like an infection or something. Anyway, after the, what date was it? The 28th of December, 2019, it completely dried up. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just my body like freaking out. Blake had picked up feeding. We were feeding a lot more overnight. He was teething. And I just thought maybe it was trying to get my period and it like couldn't come, or maybe I had ovulated, and we'll just see what happens in the next couple of weeks. We didn't also have sex in that period of time. So that in itself, I was like, we're not going to be pregnant, even if I did ovulate. So yeah, I had cramping on the left side and a shit ton of discharge, so gross. And then the week following, so over New Year and up until the 7th of the 1st, I consistently had cramping on my left side, like little pinching pains that kind of felt like really dull period pain, but only in one isolated spot. And that happened for the whole like 10 days until I got my positive pregnancy test. I had really bad skin. For me, I know a lot of people struggle with bad skin, but I've been quite lucky in my life that my skin is never something that I've had to really worry about or it's really bothered me, but it really was bothering me. The texture was weird. I had neck pimples. I think I still do. I don't have any makeup on currently. And it was, yeah, it was just all around here, like hormonally. So that was another symptom. And I had that consistently. Like I didn't have, all the days were the same. I had very dry cervical mucus, nothing. No discharge, nothing going on down there. No sore boobs. I was a little bit tired, but like I said, I'm a breastfeeding mom with 2 kids. We're on holiday, we're out of routine. So that's what I was blaming it on, but I was tired. I was napping quite a bit. Thank you to my husband. And I had bad skin, and what else is there? Oh, and the cramping. I still actually kind of have a little bit on my left-hand side. So on the 6th of the 1st, I was like, I'll just take a test and like see. So 6th of January, 2020, I took a test and it was dead negative. Like I'm talking nothing. So I'll insert a picture here. Then on the 7th of the 1st, I bought a box of 3 and I was like, I'll just finish the tests. And then on the, like when I have my doctor's appointment next week, like I know I'm not going to be pregnant, but let's just finish the tests so it's done. So I did it on the 7th, and as I did it in the morning, whew, I peed straight on it, I put it down, and I went out and my phone rang. So I picked up the phone and I was talking probably for a good 5 minutes. It was with an agent. We're actually selling our house. You guys are sitting, sorry, we were selling our house. You're sitting on moving boxes as a tripod. And so I picked up that phone call and went back to the test, and it was blaringly positive. Like I'm not, like I was expecting if I was pregnant, which I wasn't expecting at all, that the line would be super faint, because when I was trying with Blake, like 8 DPO, there was nothing, 9 DPO in the morning, nothing, 9 DPO in the afternoon, there was a tiny line, 10 DPO, a fainter line, but this went from like 0 to 100. So by the 7th, the line was really, really strong. And I'll insert a picture here. Then on the 8th, I did a test and it again was so dark, like so dark. I was like, oh God. So I went to just my old GP, which I used to see when I was younger. They did a blood test and I thought based on the dates, I was about 3 weeks pregnant. They took my blood work and my levels were only at like 20 something, which is low. And I was like, I know it will be low because I think I'm only 3 weeks pregnant, but let's just see. And they're like, yep, you're pregnant. No need to retest or anything, but I knew I needed to. So I went and saw my other GP, which I just love and adore, and she's the best. And she did some more blood work and my levels were nearly at 600. So it had gone really quickly on the higher side of what she was expecting, based on it only being like a 5-day difference or 4-day difference from when I was last tested. And she was like, cool, let's book you in for your scan. So I've got that booked in on the 1st of February, which I should be 7 and a bit weeks then. We're moving house that week. Like, it's just, it is all happening. And my sister's getting married this year. She's getting married in December. I will have just had the baby. I'm the fittest I've ever been, which is awesome. I'm the healthiest I've ever been as well. So it's kind of a very welcomed pregnancy. It was something we weren't expecting. We were going to start trying after my sister's wedding for our final baby, in Toby's eyes. I say I want 4, but I don't know. We'll just see how we go with 3. I'm very hopeful that this beautiful little bean in my belly will have a strong heartbeat on the 1st of February, but you guys may never see this video, and that really scares me. But I'm just trying to be positive. But all so far it is good. I still feel very pregnant. Since finding out I was pregnant, I'm really tired. I've got the hormonal headaches, which I always get when I'm pregnant. My stomach down low still has slightly, it feels like it's pulling, like stretching. The left hand side, occasionally I'll still have a little bit of a pull. My skin was incredibly bad. It's starting to slowly clear up. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. And I just feel very blessed. This baby was obviously meant to be. It took us by shock. More so Toby than me. I knew my body was doing something, but based on when we had sex and based on when I thought I was ovulating, I didn't think there was a chance. I was like, oh, my body's gearing up. I'll just, you know, track it. But for some reason in my heart, I kept taking pregnancy tests. I think subconsciously, like I wanted it, but I knew it probably wasn't likely, but then maybe I did know it was likely. Yeah, I don't really know. But at the end of the day, we're excited. We are about to get out of our first family home to find somewhere bigger. We're going to be renting for a little bit of time because we just can't find anything that we want. But the next home that we move into, we'll be bringing home all our 3 babies. And that's just really, really cool. So you'll be seeing more of me on here. Hopefully I've done an update video for you guys to know like what's been going on. But essentially my focus has been on my podcast, which I'll link down below if you don't follow me there. I just love my podcast, and I have committed to YouTube to be vlogging, updating you guys on my pregnancy, and just me in general. I'm trying to keep it more, like the kids are getting older, and Heidi doesn't love being on camera. She doesn't like being filmed, and I need to respect that. Like she isn't choosing to put herself online. I've been choosing to put her online. So I'm just gonna make it more about me, this channel, which, you know, I'm kind of interesting. Still all about mum life and all the good things, but just being mindful of my babies because they're my babies. But that's it for me. I'll show you my 5-week belly. I'm quite bloated, but yeah, other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot going on. Can you guys see? I might have to stand up. Oh, I'm gonna have to move you guys back. Okay. Like I said, if you want to see more of the kids and more of me, come over to Instagram and say hi because I update there every day. But you will be seeing more of me. You will be seeing vlogs, you'll be seeing pregnancy updates, you'll be seeing all the things that I'm into. United Motherhood, if you were into United Motherhood, now lives over on my podcast, which I'll link down below. But that's it from me. I really hope you guys get to see this video, and I'll speak to you soon.